YouTube, it's your boy Yellowface back up in the place with another musical taste. If you're new to the channel, I'm Yellowface. We're going to be making hundreds and thousands of video reactions, so if you like the content that you see here today, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that notification button so you know the next time we're going to be making videos. Speaking of videos, what are we going to be reviewing today? Well, I got a special treat. I'm really excited about this one. Today we're going to be reviewing a song by Drake called Polar Opposites. Now, before we get into it, I would have to make my disclaimer as always so we don't end up in YouTube jail. All rights, copyrights are reserved to Drake, his team, OVO, YouTube, whoever's part of the production. That's all them. We're going to have the original video linked in the description. And our authenticity today is going to be our review, our commentary, dialogue, and feedback as fans, utilizing fair usage based on the content of the music in the video. But without further ado, not to get all legal, let's get into it. We'll start with our countdown. 3, 2, 1,
Yeah. Hey. Tweaking on vacation with me. You set limitations with me. Why do I get treated different? I don't know how you run the bases with me. Then say nothing sacred with me. Why do I get treated different? Sun is set.
Before we get into it, this is an interesting looking video. I'm looking at the jacket and Drake looking out of giant windows, but he said something interesting. He says, running all the bases with me. Basically, like, they're on a team. They're aligned, they're together, they're in agreement, they have a common goal. But then he says, but then saying nothing sacred with me. Almost like we're foreign, like we're strangers, like we're not that close. So there seems to already be some confusion, which I'm sure Drake is about to address.
Heading on the Atlantic, I bet a full moon is gonna show. Wondering what route your boat, what keeps your heavy heart afloat. I don't know. Bipolar, baby.
I like that reference there. He says, what keeps your heavy heart afloat? Now, if something's heavy and it's dense, normally it doesn't float, it sinks straight to the bottom. So it sounds like he's saying, well, what keeps you going? What's, keeping you going along and keeping you above water, which is also something you would be doing if you were floating. So there's a lot of play there with the words.
Seems like it just went undiagnosed. Block me on everything that's so immature, so unprovoked. I don't even know I had plans to.
So it sounds like he's been exiled. He says, block me on everything, and I don't even know why. That's so immature. And it seems like he wants an answer, a reason for it. He says, what happened to you that went undiagnosed? Basically, something's not right. He's trying to figure out exactly what it is.
Understand you, Mariana, you broke my faith. Why you gotta listen to the propaganda? We just broke the ice and now you're both leaving. I was being kind, I don't understand you. You should let your sister be the voice of reason. Either it's your text that I'm misreading, or it's just your actions are misleading. Don't know how they do things in Christina. I just know the tension is increasing.
So he's saying there's tension. He says either I'm misreading your text or your actions are misleading. Basically, like, he's tripping, like maybe he's taking it wrong. But if somebody's blocked you on every form of social media, I don't think there's anything that could be misread from that. They clearly don't want to have contact with you. So he's trying to figure out what it was. He said something about don't let the tabloids, mislead you, or don't be misread him. Basically, he's being painted out as somebody that he's not. It's interesting.
There's plenty people dead to me still breathing. Plenty other ways to get
Now that is a great line. He said, "There's plenty of people dead to me that are still breathing," meaning they exist, in reality, but they're dead to him. They don't exist to him. Like, they can't speak to him. But it's interesting how he's complaining about somebody not speaking to him and ghosting him, as they like to put it in today's terms. But he's more than willing to ghost somebody else and do the exact same thing. Sounds a little hypocritical. Just saying. Just saying.
Over people, you ain't had to step on me to gain freedom. No, no, you remind me of someone I think you know. You know, and I know things that she didn't know. I'm not the same person I was 5 drinks ago.
Now, him saying he's not the same person he was 5 drinks ago tells me he might have a drinking problem. I know he's got that favorite drink that he likes, and I know a lot about this particular artist. I'm a big fan. Where it's like a passion fruit mix. I don't know. It's one of his things. But yeah, maybe he should join an AA meeting or something. It's just a suggestion.
You try to grace me, but we're not in Mykonos. I don't get hurt much, but I'm not invincible. Biding my time with you, then things got political. Oh, I read your last text, you're getting bold. Telling me what rocks your boat, what keeps your heavy heart afloat. I don't know. Bipolar, baby, seems like it just went undiagnosed.
So it's funny how that's a play on the title, Polar Opposites, and he's calling her a bipolar baby and asking how it went undiagnosed. That's kind of an insult, but he's feeling insulted at the same time while insulting us. It's different.
Block me on everything that's so immature, so unprovoked. I don't even know why.
And I can't forget to point out the fact that it looks like he's in some sort of like Russian mob meeting with, the poker cards, and they're drinking, and the members only jackets. And I'm having a hard time figuring out how that incorporates with the lyrics to this song, because it sounds like he's upset that somebody's not talking to him, but he's in like this dark den with this, this mob group. It just, it's not cohesive, it's, I don't know. I love the song though.
Don't know why.
Now, I do like that breakdown. And even though that is a clip and it's a sample, that sample seems like it plays with the song very well. Because if you could hear it, it sounds like she said just faintly, because you can barely hear the sample. She said, "The pride before the fall." And he's very prideful. He's upset that she's not talking to him. And it feels like he's falling. So if you saw in the beginning of the video, there's that swoop down. I don't know if that's like, I'm assuming it's the OVO owl. There's always that depiction of the bird. I'm hoping it's not like a fallen angel or anything like that. But it could just be like, it's like a bird eye view. And he's always had a bird eye view kind of metaphor going with like the tower. I think it's the CN Tower, as far as that album he had where he's in that Toronto tower and he's always in high places. Another depiction of where he is in his career at the top of the food chain when it comes to music, kind of looking down on everybody else. He kind of alludes to that in his lyrics and other songs as well, but it's very interesting. Let's see how it plays out, if they're going to instrumental us out. She said, what they say about the writings on the wall. So oftentimes that means like, hey, we should have seen this coming. This should have been apparent. And now he's kind of just sitting with it. Basically, probably saying, I should have seen this coming, you know. And I thought it was interesting. He alludes to like he's seen this before, yet he's allowed that to happen again. It's probably something else he's thinking about. So he's just left in a reflection, you know. It's kind of like that one album where he's got the cup and he's sitting at the table. And he's kind of looking down. That was a very like emotional album. And there's our owl. Now, if anybody's wondering why there's the reference to the owl, that's the logo for his label. That's a logo for other things as well, but we're gonna stick to the logo for OVO. And yeah, the owl's flying, so it's a night bird. And then it just fades out. I've always been a fan of Drake's music. He always puts his emotions on the line in his lyrics, and he always lets you know where he's at as far as his train of thought. So this should be a little interesting with me having familiarity with this artist and judging his music based on the bajillion songs he's made. Lots of hits, lots of radio hits. I gotta be fair, and I can't be biased. As far as the video and the incorporation, still don't see it. The incorporation was very interesting. I mean, he could have did a video where it's just him alone, you know, in like his house reflecting. I guess that could have been boring, so he went with something different, so I can't knock him for that. Last thing I expected him to be was at a Russian mob card game, so, you know, that's different with the members only jacket. But the song, I love the song. He's definitely confused because in the lyrics, you know, he's basically accusing of all the things he's done. And nonetheless, it's right up Drake's alley. It's in his wheelhouse. And I like the lyrics. I like the metaphors. So I am going to give Drake an 8 on this one. It could have been a little higher if the video somehow figured out a way to incorporate what he was saying visually. But nonetheless, it's still a good song. He manages to tap into emotions with his lyrics. You could tell he's sincere about what he's saying and he actually feels it. And I'm sure he's speaking on and referring to specific people when he made these songs. And I'm sure those people know exactly who he's referring to. So it's kind of like an A and B conversation when it comes to that. But he does a good job of letting the rest of us in to you know, see and hear what's going on in his life. So yeah, I'm giving him an 8. Now, if you disagree, if you think it should have been higher or lower, please let me know in the comment section. And once again, the description box will have the link to the original video because we're not taking away from copyrights at all. Like I said, fair use. We're just reacting as fans. So yeah, I'm giving him an 8. So if you want to see me review any more Drake songs or any other specific suggestions, just put it in the comment section and I'll be sure to consider it. I might even shout you out in the video and say thanks for the suggestion. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.